Hello and Namaste. Today I want to tell you about another fascinating temple in Srirangam called Thiruvanaika. It rivals the Ranganatha Swamy temple in architectural beauty, history and mythology. It is a treasure house of fascinating stories. I was not sure which ones to choose to share with you today. Thiruvanaika is an ancient Shiva temple, also known as the Jambukeshwara temple. It is one of the 5 Panchabhuta sthalams for Shiva. Many of you may know that there are 5 temples for Shiva in South India representing the 5 elements or Panchabhuta. The magnificent Chidambaram temple is the Akasha sthalam. Shiva is worshipped as space here. The Ekambareshwara temple in Kanchipuram is the Prithvi lingam, where Shiva is worshipped as the element earth. Thiruvanaika is Agni lingam. Shiva is fire here. Kalahasti is Vayu, where Shiva is worshipped as the element air. And in Thiruvanaika, he is Jalam or water. How did this lingam come to be here? The story goes that Parvati once mocked Shiva when he was doing penance. To atone for the sin, Shiva asked Parvati to leave Kailasha and do penance on earth. She came to Srirangam and made a lingam from the waters of Kaveri and worshipped him here. Water constantly oozes from the base of this lingam. It is believed that there is an underground water stream below the lingam that keeps the sanctum always filled with water. Apparently, it never runs dry, even during the severest of droughts. The lingam is referred to as Appulingam, which is derived from Apaha, the Sanskrit word for water. Why is this temple called Thiruvanaika? Aanai means elephant in Tamil. Anaika means forbidden to elephants. The entrance to the sanctum of Jambukeshwara is built in such a way that even a baby elephant cannot enter it. The story of how this temple got its name blurs the lines between history and mythology. There was once a great Chola king called Kochengannan, meaning the red-eyed king. His eyes were red in color, a condition he acquired during his birth. When he was in the womb, the palace astrologer told his mother, the Queen Kamalavalli, that there was an auspicious time for the birth of the future king. If he were to be born at this time, he would become a great emperor. The queen went into labor before the designated time, so she asked her maids to hang her upside down to prevent her from delivering the child before the given time. Because of this, he is believed to have been born with red eyes and hence the name Kochengannan. He was a great devotee of Shiva and built more than 70 Shiva temples. In the famous Shaivite hymn, the Nalayara Divya Prabandham, there is a mention of this king and the 70 temples that he built. The first Shiva temple he built was the Jambukeshwara temple, and he ensured that the sanctum could not be accessed by elephants. Why did he do this? There were 2 Shivaganas living in Kailasha called Malayavan and Pushpadanta. They were constantly quarreling with each other. One day they cursed each other to become an elephant and a spider respectively. They came to Srirangam to worship the lingam made by the goddess herself. The elephant used to remove all the dry leaves and dirt around the lingam and worship it. The spider used to spin a web above the lingam to provide shade for it. The elephant used to remove the web while cleaning the lingam. This kept on happening day after day. The spider was furious with the elephant. He entered the trunk of the elephant and bit it to death, and he too died in the process. Shiva was impressed by their bhakti. He blessed the elephant with salvation and he returned to Kailasha. Since the spider had committed the sin of killing the elephant, he could not get salvation. He was born again as the king Kochengannan. Due to the Purva Janma Vasana, the king carried a hatred for elephants and he made sure that they could never enter the sanctum in any of the temples he built. Here is the sculpture in one of the pillars of the temple which depicts all the Sthala of this Jambukeshwara in one panel. You can see Parvati worshipping Shiva. Notice the elephant cleaning the lingam with a mop. Notice the spider hanging from the jambu tree. The sage seated under the tree depicts another Sthala about why this god came to be known as Jambukeshwara and why the Sthala Vriksham is the jambu tree. I am not recounting that story here. My favorite story from this temple is about the goddess Akhilandeshwari. It is said that this goddess was originally worshipped as Kali. Kali is an Ugra form of the goddess Parvati. Many gods and goddesses in our religion have two forms, the Ugra and the Swamy forms. The Ugra form is a fierce and destructive form of a god. The Swamy form is the calm and benevolent form of a god. Take Narasimha Swamy for example. When he is tearing open the intestines of Hiranyakashipu, he is in his Ugra form. When he is seated with Lakshmi on his lap, he is in his Swamy form. The goddess Parvati has several Ugra and Swamy forms. Kali is an Ugra form of the goddess. It is believed that once upon a time, human sacrifices were carried out for this goddess, which enhanced her destructive power. She became so fierce that no one could stand in front of her. She exuded a powerful destructive energy. One day, Adi Shankara visited this temple. He came up with an ingenious idea to bring down her Ugram and invoke her benevolent nature. He installed an idol of Ganesha in front of her. It is said that looking at her beloved son invoked her Matrutvam, her motherly love and gentleness. You can still see this Ganesha which Adi Shankara installed opposite to the sanctum of Akhilandeshwari. He also installed a Sri Chakra near her and adorned her with golden earrings or tatanka. That's how she transformed into this benevolent Akhilandeshwari, the queen of the universe. The right to adorn the goddess with tatanka, called the Tatanka Pratishta, has been passed down from Adi Shankara to the Shankaracharya of Kanchipuram, and till this day he is the only one who can adorn the goddess with earrings. These are just few of the many stories of this temple. Why is the Shiva here called Jambukeshwara? Why does the priest of Akhilandeshwari shrine dress up as a woman and worship Jambukeshwara every afternoon? Why did Rama visit this temple? There is an interesting story behind each of these facts. That's it from me. I will leave you with some of the images from this beautiful temple. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and press the bell icon for reminders. Please share it with your friends and like-minded people. Until next time, Namaste.